Today we are going to revisit the Matchbox Lesney Lincoln Continental. You can see here we've got an M2 with it's not a missing wheel, but one of the wheels had fallen off. I actually found it down in the basement that way. I'm not sure if my grandson played with it and it fell off or if he ripped it off, but I had a viewer email me and say, or they posted a comment and said, hey, M2 make excellent wheels, and this was like 5 minutes after I had discovered this casting down here just broken, so we're going to go ahead and use that. We're going to take that Lincoln back apart. He hasn't really played with this one yet, so it's not too bad off. We're going to cut these old wheels off. Now, there's no easy way of getting these off to salvage them, but I figure if I cut them in the middle, I can always glue them back together in the center if I wanted to reuse them. So I'm just cutting them straight in the middle. And there are both pieces, and I'm going to save those, you never know. We're going to try to fit one of these M2 axles in here with the wheel. You see there's a lot of leftover space, so, and these Matchbox, these older Lesneys, they're not real wide, so there's no way that these wheels are going to go up under that body. I already know it. As you can see here, when I take this wheel off, we have a lot of extra axle. Look at that. Quite a bit. Way more than we need. So I'm going to mark it with a Sharpie, kind of flush. We're going to go ahead and trim some of the axle off. Now, it does have that little, it's like knurling on there to hold the wheel on, but we don't really need it. We're going to cut right above the line. It's always better to cut less than you need. You can always go back and cut more. If you cut too much, you're kind of SOL. We'll go ahead and fit this back into the base. It actually doesn't fit too bad. Now, off camera, I did try to put it under the body, or put the base on the body, and they're still way too wide. These wheels have a lot of, see the plastic behind there, that it actually, you need that, that's what holds the axle on. It's too thick, so I already fit the other ones off camera, but we're going to go ahead and start on the other ones. So I removed them from the truck, and we're going to go ahead and try to fit the front ones. Now, you see the back ones already fit, see how they're nice and tucked in? Now that front one, see all the silver, the back of the wheel there? That is, we still need that, but we need it to go in further. So I'm going to drill out the actual holes for the axle. And drill a little bit, fit it, and then maybe go up a size, or just wander your drill bit around a bit, like that. Once I know they fit inside of the actual base, so I can get it tucked under. See that? See how it goes in there? Now we're ready to recut our axles to the proper length. We're going to fit them, then we can put the other wheel back on. See right there? This one's still too long. I'm going to go ahead and cut it flush. I'm not going to mark it, I'm just going to actually cut it. Because if I cut it flush, I should have more than enough meat in there, because that's going to go on the inside of that axle there. Now this obviously won't work for all cars, but it worked perfectly for this particular Matchbox. We're going to go ahead and put the other wheel back on. You can also use this method to actually lower the stance of the vehicle as well, because this is going to lower it just a little bit because we made those holes bigger than they need to be. See, the base looks pretty good with those wheels. We're going to throw a little bit of glue on here, just on the one side we took off. The other side we did not take off. We don't need to throw any glue on there at all. This is just so it'll roll and will not come off. See, it actually rolls. Voila. How about that? Even though it does roll, I wouldn't recommend playing with it. There's a good chance they're going to come back apart. Now we're going to go ahead and reassemble the Lincoln. And once we're done, we'll show you again that it does roll even when it's completely assembled. There's one side, and then of course the other. Not hiding anything. Rolls in both directions, both sides. And here we are with the finished product. You can see a set of wheels really does a lot to this casting. I mentioned in a lot of my videos, you don't always have to repaint or do anything special. Just change the wheels. You'd be surprised at how much different you can make one of these little die-cast cars look. This one looks 100 times better in my opinion than those old Matchbox Lesney wheels. As mentioned, I did keep them. I cut them in half, so if I ever wanted to use them or crimp them back together, or solder them back together, or glue them back together, I can put this car back to those wheels. It's no problem. And also be sure to check out the Amazon affiliate links below in the description. Just about everything I use is available in those links, whether it be the rotating stand, paints, tap, everything. And as always, thanks for watching.